Hola memes, Danish Moonwalker here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing all of Michael Jackson's his entire catalog. I'm going to be rating every album and every song on it, from best to worst, and my top 20 favorite songs all together. Now we're going to start from the very beginning, and that's Off the Wall. And I'm just going to be going from the diss track order. Off the Wall, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Every version of it, the 8-bit version, the 7-minute instrumental, the demo and the album version, it all hits me very well. Like, you really can't go to any family function or wedding, like any family reunion or any wedding, and you can't go to a single family reunion or wedding without Don't Stop Till You Get Enough being played. I'm serious. Like this is like a human evolution tradition for them to at least play one Michael Jackson song, and that has to be Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Now, for me, that's one of Michael's greatest songs. That's actually that and Thriller. Those two songs are the only two songs that I can actually remember from growing up when I was a wee bit toddler, like 5 and 6 years old. Rock With You, it's a nice touch. It was performed in almost every tour, I believe. Yeah, it was performed in every tour, but the only thing that really doesn't have me coming back to it is, well, I'm not really a fan of the choreography in both Michael Jackson Experience, in all platforms, or all ports, should I say, or in the music video or in tours, because too slow for me. The only tour that I can actually get down with is probably the Victory Tour, because it's sped up and I can actually put in a lot of choreography into it. But it's an overall good song. Working Day and Night. Now that was actually my favorite song for a very long time. Why? Lord knows. I like the demo version. It's very unique. That was performed in almost every tour. I know that it stopped being ran through the set list around the Royal Brunei show. No, that's when they stopped it. The outfits used in every tour has a nice touch to it, and it took me a while to figure out what outfit in the Michael Jackson Experience, the game, did they use? Like, where did it premiere at? They actually used it in one of the talk shows that the Jacksons 5 had performed on. I think it was, I don't want to say the Carol Burnett, but Soul Train. When he did Dancing Machine, that's the outfit he used. And who can mention Off the Wall without the actual song? Now, of course, Off the Wall doesn't have no initial outfit or music video, but it's really a song not to be messed with. It's something that you can play at any time. And I remember the first time I listened to Off the Wall, the song in general, I felt like I had to keep going back because in the first few seconds with them ladies laughing, and I'm like, yo, is this happening? I literally imagined what the music video would be like. I thought it was in an alleyway in Harlem, and what was going on is that they were behind a club, and you know how them two ladies are dressed in Smooth Criminal when Michael's flirting with them, and that guy and the black guy, he sneaks up behind them, behind him with that giant knife before Michael shoots him. Literally, I thought that they were black and they were wearing the same stuff that they had on in the music video, and just smoking and laughing. not like drugs or something like that. I just thought like cigarettes or something. But it has a good vibe to it. But overall, I think that it should have got more recognition in the album altogether. What else comes after it? Shoot. Can't even remember. Shoot. I was watching a movie. Now I actually have to grab it because I can't remember. Have to grab my vinyl because I can't remember what I can't remember all the songs by heart. Now what were they? Oh, Get on the Floor. That's a song that I never messed with growing up, but I can't get through a week without listening to it. Even though it was performed, it was never performed. It's still a good song to listen to. There's nothing more I can say about that. Girlfriend, it's so for me. It's a nice little bubblegum pop type song, but a little bit on the feminine side for Michael, especially for the 1979 when it comes to disco. She's Out of My Life was performed in every tour, and it sticks to me. From the vocal ranges to the pitch to a show of emotion. I Can't Help It. Now that song, I think honestly has to be the best song on Off the Wall. It's like an open book. I can just imagine the music video. From every word that Michael said, that every word that Michael sings, it just sticks. It's the Falling in Love. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've never really gotten through maybe the first few lyrics up until maybe a while ago when I was just listening to Off the Wall all together, and I know Michael's sisters helped him with vocals, but I could barely tell who was doing the lead vocals, Michael, Reby, or Janet. I could barely tell. It's one song that needs to stay in the shadow. I'm not gonna lie. It's not one that even breaks into my heart trying to get in. Burn This Disco Out. I love that song to death. It's something that really does make you want to burn this disco out from dancing. Now on to Thriller. Want to Be Starting Something. That was the kickstart to almost every tour. But whenever I do practice the Dangerous tour, I never usually do jam. I usually just let that play through while I'm getting my stuff ready so I can change into appropriate attire. But Want to Be Starting Something was actually written in 1979. It was supposed to be used for LaToya for her sister-in-law. It pertained to a story about her sister-in-law. Now the line Billie Jean, it's just random. Everybody think it pertains to Chandrea Coleman, the crazed fan about Billie Jean, but we'll talk about that later. I love all three demo versions. Well, I love both demo versions, the 1979 version and the 1981 version. Now, those are pretty unique. They both sound pretty good, but the only thing that I don't like about the 1979 version is that it goes below the radar for me when it comes to 1981 because Michael actually practiced that one and he was sick and it actually sounds pretty good. But both of them are pretty well. Baby Be Mine. At first I didn't like it when I was growing up, but I love it. It's a good song. Something not to be forgotten about. The Girl Is Mine. All the demos for Thriller I love, but The Girl Is Mine is probably the best one. Next to Baby Be Mine, the demo version, it should have been on the album. But The Girl Is Mine, it's something good. I love the sounds in it, everything else, but Thriller, it wouldn't have been so big without Rod Temperton. Music video, how it was performed live. You can't go wrong with Thriller. It's revolutionary. Then there's Beat It. I don't really have any particular yes or no feelings about it. It's just the feel of the music that makes me want to get up to it and just dance until my heart pops out of my chest. Now, Billie Jean, the real story behind that is that a woman by the name of Chandrea Coleman had snuck over the protective barrier of the Jackson's Hotel in the late 1970s, I think 1978. And she somehow got into Michael and Marlon's room and said to them, you're both the fathers of each of my twins. Now, how does that work? That's something that even scientists can't explain. Marlon brushed it off, and then she ended up getting on Michael, like edging him on, then sending him suicide notes and stuff like that, and it was just a mess. If y'all want to know the real Billie Jean story, check out some of my other videos. I'm pretty sure I talked about it, but I'm not really going to discuss it because it takes a long time. But Billie Jean is a true story. Her name is Chandrea Coleman. Long story short, extreme stalker. Michael put out several restraining orders on her, didn't work. Then end up coming to find out that she was in a mental asylum and kept breaking out. Human nature. It wouldn't have been the same without Steve Porcaro. I like the demo version better. I mean, it's a beautiful song. There is an actual music video, but Michael didn't publish it for some apparent reason, which is a shame. PYT, the album version, way too bubblegum pop for me. But the demo version, it sounds pretty good. The Lady in My Life, you can't go wrong with that. For All Time, you can't really do anything without it. It's a very good song. Now, we move forward to the duet singles. Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming. It should have been in more tours instead of just a victory tour. It's a very good song. Wish there would have been a music video, but there isn't. What else? State of Shock. True story. Michael worked with Mick Jagger and Freddie Mercury, but they both had disputes, and Mercury actually got kicked off the set by Michael. So the deal with Freddie Mercury is that he didn't like that Michael had brought his llama into the studio. And when you're as powerful as Michael Jackson, you can do anything that you want without any guarantee that somebody will say something back to you. Unless you're close family or you're his mother or father. But what Michael had a problem with him is that Freddie asked Michael, could he smoke his marijuana or his weed or whatever he had with him in the studio, and he literally picked him up and threw him out. With the story with Mick Jagger is that while they were doing the set, because they needed a duet with him or somebody, because that's all they had, he hit a bad note. Michael never wanted to sing with him again, so they just finished it out, and that was it. We Are the World. The demo version is by far better than the original. Well, it's by far better than the studio version. You can't go wrong with it. Either version is very good. Now, Bad. The original story for Bad was in 1985, a 17-year-old black kid with his brother was walking down the streets of Brooklyn, and a plainclothes cop had shot him, and he died. The 17-year-old kid. Now, for those who don't know what a plainclothes cop is, it's a policeman in civilian clothes, but still carry their stuff with them. The policeman said that they tried to mug him. That's not the case. Michael read this article and wrote Bad. Music video's good. Prince was supposed to work on it with him. I didn't think it would have worked out either way. But if it would have been Michael and Phil Collins, if they ever did a duet, my heart would have just been overflowing with love. The way it make me feel, it's a very well tempered song when it comes to showing your affection for somebody. Now, some people wanted that Tatiana Thompson and him were to be together, but uh, after she pulled that stunt in Madison Square Garden where they were actually dating, but she kissed him in public, and she got cursed out. She got called a bitch. She got called a slut by every by like half of Michael's crew. He ended up having because of the tabloids and complaints from the crew members that he said from that moment on that there will be no interactions because he was heartbroken because she had broken up with him. No interactions between crew members unless it's at work or at dinner. And they it's a shame. Speed Demon should have been performed in the Bad Tour. Very good song. Nothing more I can say about that except for the music video. Very, very advanced for its time. Librarian Girl. It's more the straight side for me. I don't want to go left or right with it. It just stays put. Just Good Friends, a very good duet with Stevie Wonder. Nothing more I can say about that. Another Part of Me, very, very underrated. The 1994 version for the HBO special now, I love it. Man in the Mirror, one of Michael's greatest songs. Who would doubt the power of Man in the Mirror? I Just Can't Stop Loving You. It was a favorite return from Michael to Siedah Garrett for giving him the rights to Man in the Mirror. Let me think. Shoot, what comes after I Just Can't Stop Loving You? I really can't remember. What is it? Dirty Diana. The guitar solo at the end, it will literally bring me the tears if it will bring me to tears. That's how good it is. Music video. Sad to see that it was only performed in a Bad Tour. Smooth Criminal. You can't go wrong with the lean. You can't go wrong with the outfits. You can't go wrong with anything that has to do with that song. That's all I have to say about that. Leave Me Alone. It's very underrated. Very underrated. Music video was very well. Too bad it wasn't performed live. Streetwalker. it's a very complex song. Now on to Dangerous. But since I'm taking up so much time with filming, this will be a 2 or 3 part video because there are so many albums. Anyway, this is Denison Walker signing off with Love, Love. And stay alive, Moonwalkers, because we are going to have a long battle between them Emmys and an American Scheme, and it's just tiresome. Anyway, this is Dennis Walker signing off with Love, Love.